What's up, family? It is Tara Chantel. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are outside, so forgive me if it's a bit noisy. Have grace on your girl. I apologize in advance, but I want to make this video about celibacy, about abstinence, whichever word you use. They mean the same thing to me. And I started this journey about 6 years ago, and I really stopped being sexually active at the age of 22. It wasn't like purposely, it wasn't intentionally. I just got out of a relationship and I stayed to myself. I stayed solo dolo. I intentionally wanted to do the inner work and work on myself. Before like healing was actually like a trend or a word for real, I didn't even have awareness of it at 22. I just knew I wanted to like focus on me and work on me and develop a healthy relationship with me. And that ended up me being abstinence for 6 years. I just looked up and I was like, holy snap, I'm out here keeping my body to myself. And I think it really all started when I took this purity class with my friends at 14, 15, 16. I think we were like 15 years old, and we took a purity class where we vowed to keep our body to ourselves. We vowed to really understand the importance of sex. And that really made me look at sex differently. I had a whole different outlook on sex. I understood the cause and effect sex leads to in our life. It's not just physically, but mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. Sex will take a toll on us if we're not conscious of the impact sex holds. Sex is sacred. Sex is nothing to play with, yet the media is promoting hypersexuality. The media is promoting us to be reckless, to do it recreational and not with any meaning. So it's ending up being meaningless, and people are just doing it just to do it, just because they're bored, or just because it's a sneaky leak, or just because it's after the club. So might as well, we don't got nothing else to do. Especially if you're two broke people and you're bored, you might as well just bang together. You might as well just put your bodies together and just bang, right? And not understanding the true impact it will have on you, the attachment it will lead to you. Because we feel closeness by this love of drug. The biggest drug that they're selling us right now is love. And it's causing us to not think straight. It's causing us to cloud our judgment and not be in this awareness of self. We are walking around on autopilot. We are walking around as zombies, and we're walking around not understanding our worth, and we're just settling for anything. We're settling for the bare minimum. We're settling because someone gives us some attention. We're settling because someone asks us to go to Applebee's. We're settling for someone or something just because of this validation, just because of this void that we are seeking that is within. We're searching for an ecstasy feeling that only self-love can truly solve this. Only love for self can truly solve this. But we're looking for it out there. We're thinking out there is a solution. An external validation, an external entity will solve our problems, will solve our heartache. It's really causing more pain within. It's really causing us to lose ourselves in the process of finding ourselves. The irony, right? But really finding yourself is truly developing an intimate relationship with yourself, a closeness within yourself, taking the audacity to not follow these trends, to not follow what everyone else is doing, to not follow social media, to not follow all of these distractions, because the true battle is within. And if we do not fight this battle that we're fighting within by our fleshly desires, by what we're craving, by our mental capacity that our brain can sometimes play tricks on us, then we will constantly blame out there and not understanding the true fight is within. This is spiritual warfare that we're currently in right now. So everything is spiritual, everything is mental. This is a mental game. And this is the biggest illusion of it all. And if we don't know that this is an illusion, and if we keep blaming an outside entity, if we keep blaming the outside, we will never solve the internal battle that is within. And celibacy and abstinence really opened my eyes. It has my third eye open wide because of the true impact it has led to my life. And it's not a coincidence that it started when I was 16 or 15. I took this class with my friends, and now looking back on this life and I'm seeing where my life is headed and where I'm going, I'm like, everything has intention. Everything is purposeful. I really was taking this class, this purity class, just to hang out with my friends, because I used to be on punishment all the time. And that was the best excuse that I could hang out with them if we go into church. So we were actually going to church in this class, and it was actually held in a church, but it really taught me so much. It taught me self-worth. It taught me the truth that is within, and it taught me how to really validate myself and not seek external validation, to not feel like I have to do things if I'm not comfortable with doing things, and I'm not just so desperate for someone else to give me that attention, and I can give it to myself and I feel whole within myself. And I think that is what we're all striving for, is wholeness, because we have these voids that are within and we're trying to fill them up with entertainment, with the nightlife, with sex, and it's really making us more weaker. It's really making us driven off of flesh. But the truth is, within can only fill us up. The love for self can only fill us up. The love for God can really bring us back to life, will bring us healthy again. So I just wanted to share you a little bit about the journey that led me here. And I just was looking back, because we have to trace back our steps of who we are and what's our story. And I'm just looking back and like, what? I really took a purity class at 15 thinking I was just hanging out with my girls, but really it led me to being a wholesome individual that really is speaking out about abstinence, that really thinks that most people should take this challenge on. It's a challenge. It's not for the weak, but most people will want to make excuses about it because we live in this physical realm. So of course we're physical beings, we're sexual beings. Don't repress yourself, but also just know the consequences that come with sex. It is not supposed to be used recreational. It's not supposed to be used because we're bored and we might as well. It is a sacred act between two people that has a union with each other, that values each other, that honors each other, that respects each other. You're not supposed to degrade each other by having sex or belittle them or have hatred towards them just because you want to bust a nut. It's more than that. The ecstasy feeling that we're searching for is loving ourselves, that will really bring us there, because we're going to be outside, be like, oh my God, it's just beautiful. Everything is just beautiful. It's lit over here. I appreciate you, family. It is Tara Chantel. Check out our new course below. It will have you going like, oh my goodness. I'll see you on the next one.